suing the administration over the mandate madness, including actually Moody in Florida, Todd Rokita in Indiana, and Mark Brnovich in Arizona. These three attorney generals join me now. They're fighting for the American people. Ashley, I'll start with you. What is the case?
Well, look, you just heard, you said it, they have absolutely no clue. They are using an emergency rule to shove on the American people national health care policy when it won't even apply to specific work situations. It's unconscionable. You know, we know Biden's frustrated because his approval ratings are at an all-time low, but that's no reason for him to unlawfully force his will on the American workers.
Todd, can you explain the impact on your state? Because I know Americans feel it, but explain how it's affecting you statewide.
Well, thanks, Lawrence. It's going to push many people out of work. They're not going to stand for it. In Indiana, we're ready to move on. We're over this, and it's not going to win any hearts and minds here in the Hoosier State. So we got to fight against this. You know, this isn't even about the shot. This is about individual liberty being taken from us. These leftists just want to know how far they can go with federal infrastructure to take away our ability to run our own lives, and we're going to stop it. We will win.
You know, Mark, I'm just curious, why doesn't the Biden administration care about states' rights? I mean, he stays in D.C. half of the time. Most of the time he's in Delaware. This won't impact him. He can allow those states to do whatever they want to do. So why is he concerned about what these conservative states are doing?
You know, Lawrence, this is an important reminder that the states created the federal government. The federal government didn't create the states. And actions like this unilaterally by a president who's not a king, who's not an emperor, demand 50 checks and balances. That is every state, whether they're Democrat or Republican, should be engaged in this. And I'm proud of my colleagues for being on the front lines of this. But let us not forget, having the federal government tell you that you must inject something into your body is the very antithesis of a safe workplace. We know that the government shouldn't be our nanny, and it shouldn't certainly be our doctor. And it should be troubling to every American that this is a dangerous precedent on this vaccine mandate, because we've already seen the IRS, the Department of Justice, weaponized and going after our families. And now you're going to have unelected bureaucrats basically micromanaging you in the workplace and telling you what you should be putting in your body. It's a very dangerous precedent. We need to do everything we can, regardless of who you are, your background, to push back against the overreach of the Biden administration.
Ashley, I've been following your state for a while. You have a terrific governor. He's working with his own advisors, who's a terrific surgeon general that's providing the facts and the data, the raw data, so we can actually see what's going on. But the big question is, does this end up in the Supreme Court, and where does it go?
Look, we feel really good about our chances in the appellate courts. This is such an important thing for the American people, to maintain our own healthcare autonomy and not let a president decide when to take that away or jeopardize our jobs. I'm so proud of my colleagues that are here with me today and across the nation. We will absolutely take this all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary to maintain the sovereignty of our state and protect the American workers, because Joe Biden certainly isn't doing it.
You know, Todd, you know, on Primetime, we don't like letters to going back and forth to the minister. We like people that are going to go and fight for the American people. Where do you see this going on your end?
Hey, look, I feel the same way, Lawrence, and that's why these like-minded attorney generals that are with me and the ones that are working with us across the country, that's why we are fighting. We're on the front lines. In Indiana, we filed 3 different lawsuits, you know, some with others, some on our own, and it's an all-hands-on-deck approach, and we're not going to leave any legal stone unturned. And yeah, we're going to be in the Supreme Court for sure. I like our chances there. I like our position. I think we're going to win this thing.
Yeah, that's what the American people want. They want to just be able to get back to work. They want to live their life free, and they shouldn't have to ask the federal government for permission, especially when the state is protecting them. Attorney generals, thank y'all so much for joining us on Primetime tonight. Coming up.